I'm honestly not quite sure why that didn't work, because the music was working fine and both went over my headset, so that's weird. Anyway, as I was saying while you couldn't hear me, first of all there is one new follower on Twitch, that's One Pencil, and second of all, right, we are not going to play an Independence one, we are not going to play War of the Roses, we're going to play Inky's Quests, a cuttlefish campaign, and this is scenario 3, Inky goes fishing. Why does he go why do they go fishing? They still need more feed, like that's literally the only reason given, and there was one merfolk from the previous scenario that escaped, is going to inform the surrounding merfolk people, and they're going to attack me, so it's also somewhat self-defense, sort of. And I would like to wait a moment to see if you're back in the chat, and then I'm gonna start. Right, I can do some other things meanwhile, I guess. This still works. There we go. Yes, I want to do this. And anyone? I guess I better write it in the chat. Because if you're not hearing me, then you're not hearing me, obviously. Ouch. Oh, you know what? Okay, Inferno is here, and Inferno can hear me, so that's good enough for me. And I'm assuming Ikito is probably also here. By the way, I just want to point out, in this campaign as well, you can name units after yourself. The rule of cuttlefish over the island was secured, but they still needed more food. I bring horrible news. Megata and her crew were killed. You're truly a bearer of bad news. Was it the work of the Nagas you spoke about? Of those Nagas you spoke about before? Not Nagas, but cuttlefish and sharks and cuttlefish and... I think you have already mentioned the cuttlefish. You seem to be too exhausted and shocked to speak coherently. Have a rest. We should send some scouts to the island just to be sure. A human ship is supposed to cross this archipelago today, and we should keep its way clear. I'd like to introduce you to Gar the Clam. Gar! Nice to meet you, Gar. You can recruit and recall giant clams as long as Gar stays alive. However, we still need more food for our younglings. You should be able to gather without my help, as I have to rest for a while. Was talking to that clam so exhausting? Yeah, I see. Be careful. This keep, the cage where Gar was kept, and the bridges on this island were made by the land dwellers. Don't be surprised if their ship lands here. It looks like I have to catch some fish myself. I think 20 will be enough. So, victory is kill 20 merfolk or defeat all enemy leaders. And I lose if turns run out or if Inky dies. Like he has got a clam. The nice thing is they are incredibly tanky and they have even steadfast. Which, like the only thing they are weak on defense, sort of weak, is fire with only 20%. Everything else is at least a 40% on defense with steadfast, of course. But beyond that, they still have, like, they are better tanks than even Dwarvish infantrymen, Dwarvish sentinel. Like, let's see. Like, see, those guys only have, they do have worse resistances on average. Like if you compare this to the clam, monsters, giant clam, please. There. Honestly, just way better. Anyway, let's go for lawyer units first. And this guy, I guess. So as you can see, they all have a decent amount of gold, but all of them only have only one castle available, so they can only recruit one unit per turn. Meaning, I will try to be playing my superior numbers, something like that. So, and clams, just like the tentacles and the cuttlefish are bad in shallow water but fast in deep water. Just something you should take note of. Then I would like to have some giant clams at least. Like they're going to do the heavy lifting on tanking. I guess one more trench tentacle and we're good. So they all start out with taking all the villages, so they will be able, at some point they will be able to support one recruit per turn, just based on the income. But we're not quite there yet. And I would like to keep them from that for a while. For a while at least. Okay, 3 tanks, that should be pretty good for me. And 1 trench attacker, I said. And now let's go. Like, something I know because I've played this before is at some point humans will be arriving here, but since they... Oh, that was way too close. Since they can't swim, they will be stuck on that island. They will be taking all my villages pretty much, but I can live with that. I don't have to care about that. The point is they will not be able to follow me and attack me. So I will be able to just focus on the merfolk in the meantime. Okay, that hurt a lot. So something I have to be careful about is trying to fight them almost not at all during daytime, because then they hurt a lot. And unless I have clams right around, I don't have much of a tanking potential. It also doesn't help that their keeps are in shallow water on coastal reef, so they have at least 60% chance to dodge, up to 70 if they are actually on the coastal reef and not just on the shallow water. Poison, nice. So I would very much like to advance my units here. If I can't do that right now, that's fine. And see, I have also a counter of how many fish I've caught this scenario. Like, before the humans arrive, I can also just check my statistics and see how many units I've killed, because it will be the same number. Later on it might be more relevant. Also the counter gives me an up-to-date number, and I won't have to check every turn if I want to find out. Okay, first things first. This guy is now vulnerable to poisoning, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I really do not want this guy to heal ever at all. And which is also why I want to occupy this keep. So yeah, this means I easily hidden, but I do not care. Shame. because this guy has regenerates anyway, and it is nighttime, so they won't be dealing as much damage to begin with. So, yep, this is good enough of a chance. This is Squiddy, and Squiddy gets the max cuttlefish. Also hit this. Okay, I tried to hit him, didn't quite work. Oh, on a village they have a 40% chance. Yeah, okay, that's impressive actually. That explains why I'm missing, or why it is quite likely that I miss. Okay, like, good thing is that the cuttlefish is absolutely safe there. And by the way, if you haven't seen this yet, the giant clam has a melee attack that slows, and a ranged attack that's just basically Thunderer range attack. Like, if you compare the numbers, it's literally the same, like 18 times 1, and it's pierced and ranged, and a dwarf would be, after a Thunderer would be 18 times 1, ranged and also pierced. Which is makes it actually pretty impressive that this guy has this kind of number of damage. Okay, this is worthwhile, because this at the same time heals this one, and it's good. Heals this one and levels them up, so I don't have to waste any time on healing them. Also, with that, I've actually already managed to remove one of the leaders, meaning there will be less enemies coming at me at a time. The sea monsters seem to be as hungry as Alkmaar reported. The human ship should arrive in a matter of hours. Let me write that down. In a matter of hours. Inky's quest, where are you? There it is. S3. Oh right, by the way, I wanted to ask if there's any, like, if any one of you has an idea about dramatic music from the mainline musics, or from one of the music books of the West Chronicles, which could be played in the previous scenario when the sharks appear. Like, it's apparently a reference to Jaws, where the sharks were never visible, but were eluded by dramatic music. And the question Talkin was asking if we have, if there's any recommendation for what kind of music they could play there. Anyway, right now I still gotta write this down. In a minute, okay. We should warn them. This fish was really huge. So I think this one was not actually supposed to be saying this, but maybe they were supposed to say this at some point when I kill a number of enemies, I guess. And this time it just happened to be them, I guess. Oh, I see, when 5 fish have been killed, that's when this is supposed to be said, apparently. And by the way, see, I've got a lot of villages, meaning I have very much decent income, and I'm already at, which is why I was already at 200 HP again, gold again, just a couple turns after I had something. Right, after I had spent all the money I had. Okay, and this is looking great. I wish I had a healer, and technically it is a foreshadowing for a future scenario. Just saying. Just due to the fact that I actually managed to Why do we stop here? You are supposed to escort us to Sir Deirdre's fortress. It's your part of the deal. There are reports of sea monsters attacks. They have killed many of our people. If you want to stay in one piece, wait here until we fend those beasts off. The Daedry has written about strange abominations haunting his outpost. The sea creatures may be related. My men will help you fight them. Those are the land dwellers Master Seared spoke about, and they are dangerously close to our base. Maybe we can defeat them if we kill that hairy one with the shiny stick. Gah! So yeah, and now my new objectives include killing the Master Teonic, Magister Teonic, this dude. Like, that's what I meant, like, those guys cannot take part in any of the fighting because they can't swim. And insofar they can never reach my army unless I actually go back. This guy and this thing are the only things relevant, like the only things I have to pay attention to on that side, but for now I'm just gonna keep trying to kill everyone around here. Like, yeah, that's my priority. Right, letting those guys alone will mean that I lose out on a bit of income, because they may not be able to actually join the fight, but they're certainly able to take all the villages that I've got there. Like, this is exactly what they're gonna do. And yeah, just something to pay, something to not ignore. No, I didn't manage to poison them. Yeah, that was just sort of greedy. It was certainly pointless. So first of all, this guy is slowed. This one is protected from this guy, and it's worth it from my point of view. And this guy is already also slowed. So no serious damage around. Nice. So again, just to be clear, I am basically gonna ignore the humans until I've caught enough fish. 10 to go, or maybe even defeated both enemy leaders, which would be quite nice. But also quite difficult, at least anytime soon. Because they, as I said, they have decent income, and it's gonna be a while until they run out of money, and during daytime I have a very hard time advancing on them. Also, because I have no healers, there will be a point where I have to just hang back and, well, recover instead of pushing ahead as I've done so far. Those are a lot of level ups, which is very nice. Then I would like to see those two go down. Shame. In that case, I'm gonna attack this one, because this one is still poisoned. They are not gonna heal anything out of there. They're just gonna stay there. This is looking pretty decent, I would say. 6 good to go. So as you can see, on shallow water it's pretty hard to hit them. And this is what I meant with them costing me quite a bit of income without even fighting me. So I'm gonna take that village, that's for sure. Shame. Okay, I should be using a cuttlefish for that, because they have almost no hit points, and at the same time I want as many chances to hit them as possible. If I still miss, okay, I don't have to like that, but at least I tried everything I could. Then let's go for those first. So they have magic attack, which of course means they have a better chance at hitting me. An improved chance, and I kinda forgot to have to protect myself over. Damn it. Okay, this works. Like this one could reach over there and then I wouldn't be able to use that place to heal my cuttlefish. Then what I am... what are my odds? 8 damage, it's a bit much. Gonna ignore this for now. But yeah, I'm almost finished with catching. Oh, I overlooked that, but I survived. But I totally overlooked it, and there was not a risk I had or should be taking. I had to take or should be taking. Anyway, I have gotten as much fishes as I wanted to. At least almost. I'm close enough to just declare it finished. And luckily this guy actually went for me. So I might have a chance to even take them down. We see? Yes. This fish was really huge. So this was... Actually, how many? Okay, no. I was wondering if this fish was really huge means that did it maybe count for 2 numbers? No? No, right. This is also something. Killing a leader counts for gold. Like I got 28 gold, I think. Like I've got 167 right now, and at the beginning of the turn before I killed them, which was the only thing I did, I had 139. Yeah, 20 odd gold. Like, let's see. How much is a mermaid priestess worth? 38 gold. Shame. That would have been kind of funny. Anyway, this makes me think that I probably earned money for every kill. I mean, let's check. I also gotta get those guys to safety. By doing this, I guess. I suppose actually killing more of them will be difficult on this turn at least. Well, at the very least poison this one. That much I can do. So yeah, my assumption right now is that killing Merfolk also awarded me some money, like in the previous scenarios, which would make sense because they are basically the feed for the cuttlefish, the tentacles, for the clams as well. So it would make sense to see them as money in a way. Okay, I'm really glad that it's nighttime because it means this tentacle has actually a good chance at surviving. Well, let's hit this one first. Nice. Then save this guy somehow, I guess. Like, it shouldn't be too impossible considering that this has a 50% chance to dodge. Yes. So yeah, I've got my 50%, my 20 kills that I wanted. So I can technically ignore them all now. I won't because, well, then they just stab me in the back. Like, technically not stabbing in the back because I did start this fight. And I can't just walk away and say, yeah, I don't want it to anymore, and expect them to say, yeah, why not? So yeah, they would just continue fighting and hurting me. So at the very least, I have to keep keeping them at bay. Nice. Die, full spawn of darkness! Seems a bit extreme to me, but okay. And hi, Utender. Utender apparently knows the scenario because the first thing they said, this scenario. So yeah, those horrible things are as aggressive. Okay, this is a typo. As the Merman told us. And I really gotta point out that Merman is Merfolk these days. So yeah, and Utender played it a bit closer to his base, and they killed the humans instantly, because if you play closer to your base, they literally spawn next to you, so it shouldn't be too hard. Also, especially because they arrive slowed, meaning there's not much they can do about you. Or rather, you can do something about them before they can do something about you. Die. Nice. Then slow this one, and now, as I said, I just have to keep them in check. I do not actually have to kill them, I just have to get to this one at some point. So anyway, this one is not running out of money anytime soon, even though they only have 2 villages. But at least I killed the one enemy leader that had a lot of villages available. That was a nuisance, that's for sure. So the ship is a level 1 thing, and I do not want any of those to get involved. Ouch. That hurt a lot. And can I actually save this one? I don't think so. Those bipeds are almost as tasty as the fish. I wouldn't mind catching more of them. So cuttlefish. Okay, actually this grant me gold. Like okay, first of all, killing those guys does grant me gold, and second of all, I forgot I wanted to check if killing those grants me gold, and no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Let's go back to here. Maybe it doesn't grant me gold beyond those guys. Those first 20. No? Okay, no. Then killing humans grants me gold. Killing enemy leaders grants me gold. Killing normal merfolk does not grant me gold, apparently. Good to know, I guess. So I really want to see this transport galleon to go away first before I do anything else, pretty much. Shame. So for the record, I advanced Beaky to cuttlefish. Because cuttlefish have a stronger melee attack than max cuttlefish, and Beaky is strong, which would improve the damage even further. My Squiddy, on the other hand, is just quick, so I'm just gonna go for the max cuttlefish, which has a marksman attack and a slow attack, and I think being quick is a nice thing for that kind of skill set. If you want, if you have a unit that you really want to poison, then you probably really want to get there fast. So that seems reasonable to me. Then nope, this guy doesn't need to level up right now. This one could use some XP. So yep. Actually, did this now grant me gold or not? Yep, it does. It grants me 15. That's a nice number. Yep, 15 gold. I wonder if it works for more than one of them. And if I get anything out of destroying this thing... The human ship was full of supplies. 100 gold, that's nice. That's really nice. Anyway, I gotta keep destroying the Merfolk as much as possible. That was a pretty lucky hit, I would say. I mean, I could have just as well hit nothing. Place this one over there so they can keep healing. And yeah, this is a risk, I think. We'll have to see, because I actually have no feeling for the damage numbers. Loyalist would inflict on the cuttlefish. Okay, if it's just those two, then I can easily take that. So yeah, and I would like to know now if this gold only worked for the first couple of them, or only for the first one I kill, or if it works for all of them. It works for all of them. Nice. In that case, I am going to kill off all of them, and I'm gonna do it smartly and not by exposing myself too much. Like, the easiest thing would be just to put units over there so they can be attacked, but by only one of them. And yeah, this should fire. Okay, there is a chance of them dying. I do not appreciate that. There is no chance of this one dying. And this is a good position, I would say. Yeah, that works. That probably works. So we can put this, like, first of all, remove this one. Okay, let me rephrase this. Try to remove this one. No, I cannot reach them. Damn it. Okay, but this one cannot be killed by this attack. Let's see. Only 5 damage per hit, and this means they heal up to 15 damage. And the tentacle has 16 HP left, so everything's safe. Let's keep moving in on them. So yeah, first of all, poison this guy, so they are no longer a danger to us, and now I can finish all of them off. Like, I could also go for this guy, but I do not actually want to kill him right away, because then the scenario ends, and I get no more gold from killing the other units. And I would like to get that gold. Boom. Die. Then I've earned a lot of gold from this so far. Like, yeah, problem with all those villages, they're not... Hey, I can move in there, nice! So even if they get more gold in the next turns, they won't be able to do anything with it. I forgot what I was saying, so I don't know. So I said I would do it more smartly, but it's fine with attacking them like this right now, because they are... It's nighttime. That's the actual point I'm trying to make. Meaning they do not deal as much damage. Even if I expose myself like this, for example. Until then, I'm just gonna take some villages. Also get this one the hell out of there, and this one gets to poison this one. Okay, gets to try to poison this one. This was a misclick. I actually wanted to go for the tentacle attack. I'm pretty glad that I still managed to hit. And I'm leaving this open, so this guy has a chance to move over there and leaves the village. So if I poison them in the future, the poison is not just going to offset the healing of the village, but it's actually gonna damage them, which is better in the long run. I have no idea why this guy thought this would be a good idea, but whatever. So I would probably make more money from just ending the scenario right now instead of trying to get all the bony. But I do like my bony, so I'm gonna go for the bony instead. Like the bony of killing specific kinds of units. Dead. Okay, this guy's not dead. Whatever. Does this grant still gold? Yes, it does. Still 15 gold, that's nice. Then I need to collect this, I think. And I'm taking that village. And I'm ending them all this turn. Give it to this one. Nah, to this one. This fish was really huge. Another 28 gold. And now I do wonder if this guy also gives gold or not. You filthy beast! People of Wesnoth will avenge my death and send you back to the abyss you came from. This will teach those land dwellers to keep off our territory. I should wake Master Seahead now. Why disturb my recuperation? Excuse me, Master, but I have caught enough fish to feed the hatchlings, and I have even protected the hatchery from an invasion of the land dwellers. Those monsters have done another fool deed, and I was once again unable to stop them. I should kill Sir Deirdre. Those sea monsters will pay with their blue blood. Look, it seems like at least one merman has escaped you. I think I've seen him before. Wasn't it that one that held Gar in that cage? Gar! So what I kinda noticed right now, there are sometimes Gar is written with only 2 A, even though its name is with 3 A's. He must be responsible for those land dwellers landing near our hatchery. We must catch them before he tells the land dwellers to send reinforcements. Okay, and this guy also granted 15 gold. Nice. But I wonder, was this now in the calculation or not? Because I'm really not sure. So let's... Oh, okay. It's not updated here, but it is working with the correct amount of gold. So for the next scenario, I've got 493 bonus gold because I basically tried to check all the boxes for more income. But yeah, actually it would have provided me more gold if I had just finished earlier, because the early finish bonus is 38 gold per turn, and I was certainly not earning 38 gold per turn in the recent scenarios, in the recent turns. Yeah, I got close, maybe because I killed all the humans and stuff. Okay, I might actually have outdone it, but I would have to run a calculation for that and write stuff down, and I'm not in the mood. Anyway, thanks for watching me wipe out all the life in the surrounding islands. See you next time when I try that with another place. for now, thanks for watching, and as I did already say, see you next time. Let's just show this first of all. I inflicted less damage than expected, but I also took less damage than expected. On average, it's almost plus minus 0.